Room Tone Podcast is a show produced by us, three movie nerds shooting the shit while talking about shooting the shit.
Each episode builds upon the last, so we recommend starting at the beginning.
Now, let's make a movie.
Oh my god, Austin took the funniest picture of me and Gordon the other day.
Oh, really?
Because, okay, so he's all bumpy.
Well, yeah, that's Gordon.
Yeah, he's just a bumpy boy.
We named him after Gordon Ramsay. Of course, he's going to have a strange texture to his skin. Cut that out. I'm sorry.
And I wanted to see what a particular bump was on the top of his head because it felt like a scab or something, so I was checking it out. And it was dark, so I had to use a flashlight. And Austin took this picture of me just like examining the grumpiest cat in the world.
Look at how displeased he is.
Oh my god. Grumpy, man.
But he's so patient.
Still so obedient.
He's like, fine. It's fine. Silly boy. So that's pretty funny.
If that makes the cut, this is going on our social media, so you can see a picture of our cat just being inspected.
And Austin's milky thigh.
Oh, we won't include that in the description.
I bet you didn't notice it though, did you?
If you want to see the milky thigh, you have to go to our Patreon.
You have to go to our OnlyFans.
$5 a month for our weekly milky thigh campaign.
And we will show Taint.
Yes.
That's $10.
It's $10.
That's $10 a month for Taint.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's pretty cheap for Taint.
Yeah.
That's
what are your
Taint.
ding dong prices?
I thought it was 10 for Taint. I thought that was the rule.
That does sound good.
I mean, that's
$10 to show your Taint?
10 to Taint.
10 to taint. That
like,
just sounds zippy.
I
it
mean,
does sound
why
zippy.
I'll
else,
throw it down.
Why else would they name it that?
10 to Taint? That sounds like a cell phone company.
A 10 to taint.
You get your 10 Taint friends.
Yeah.
That you get a call for free.
Join now in the 10 Taint family program.
It does sound right.
Yeah.
15 for Ding Dong.
That's not bad.
15 for ding dong?
This is all for just a shadow of it, right?
Oh my goodness.
No, we're
Like a
talking.
picture of a
I was
shadow.
talking full shaft.
Full
Mhm.
shaft shadow?
I want to see the rocket, my guy.
Rocket, no blast off.
No blast off. No blast off. That's
my
20.
Blast off's 20.
20 for 20 minutes.
Good blast off prices.
That's good. That's good blast off prices. I love how you're also eating a mozzarella stick as we're talking about spalooch.
Yeah. She goes, these boys are probably going to be talking about dicks for a while. I better have a snack. I mean, are we really bros if we can't just listen to each other chew through high quality microphones?
I'm down for it.
Let's hear you chew.
He does that. He does that when he eats cereal. It's weird.
Yum, 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 yum.
And he doesn't know he's doing it.
So we were talking about public boners, right?
Because you guys, I think I'm having a public boner.
Gordon, don't look.
It happens to everybody. Don't worry.
Yeah, there are books about it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know I'm doing it. It's a subliminal thing.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Maddie will just all of a sudden be looking at me while I'm eating my cereal. And I say, oh, shit. Was I
and
making...
I say, oh, shit.
This is just the reaction that came to mind. That's how I feel.
That was just perfect and hilarious.
Am I making the sound again?
What?
I think, oh shit. Am I making the sound again?
Right, and you always are. You're always going.
I like
Fucking
cereal.
sucks.
That's fair. What's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal.
He's bad at favorites.
I am, although right now I feel like it's very easy
What is it?
because I've been eating a lot of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You know,
That's
I feel
fair.
like we've had this conversation before, and I think you gave me the same answer.
Probably.
I think I did.
So maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch is just your jam, dude.
I think it is. I mean,
I'm happy you found the one.
I go between like 3 good cereals
Yeah, that's
right
right.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my main squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very tasty.
That's your baby.
That's my baby.
And isn't that's been like objectively like quantified as like one of the best cereals, right? That's what it won.
I'm not positive.
How much do you trust Rhett and Link?
Oh. They're the only ones who said that.
Yeah, they did like
Oh.
a cereal. They did March Madness of cereals.
Yeah.
And Cinnamon Toast Crunch did win on Good Mythical Morning, and that's actually like what spurred me to like, you know what? Shit, I used to eat this a lot as a kid. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try a box.
Oh.
And I think I've been eating it since.
Jeez, Cinnamon Toast Crunch owes Red and Link some
money.
Some money.
Yeah, they probably paid for that shit.
Yeah.
So on the hush hush, if any cereal or food companies would like to pay us to win some sort of a contest,
We are willing to be bribed.
we can host that. We have a solid like 10 to 20 listeners.
So what's your bad cereal? Like, what's your like? Ooh, I'm being naughty.
Oh.
Ooh,
That's not different than my favorite cereal. I live large.
that's so
I'm,
true.
I'm always naughty with cereal.
That's
Maddie,
so
I respect
true.
the shit out of you, dude.
I'm always.
You're the captain of my ship, dog.
Oh, aye, aye, babe.
You're the captain to my crunch.
Don't bite me.
So anyway, my other two favorite cereals.
Yeah, what?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch Main Squeeze, Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs.
Always a good time. They're like your cool neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got one around from my childhood that
That meant to be douchey?
No. That's just how I think of Reese's Puffs.
As your friendly neighbor?
Yeah, my cool neighbor.
I respect it.
All right.
As your cool neighbor. Like,
Did you...
I mean,
how cool is he?
It just feels wrong to my ears.
Like, is he mowing his lawn at 6 a.m. or is he being pretty cool?
no,
about
he
that?
waits until 7.
Oh.
I think he sounds like a cool neighbor.
Anyways.
You just turned me off to Reese's Puffs. Thank you.
Holy shit.
I will never eat Reese's Puffs
No,
again.
man.
The stock went down.
Yeah. After a pummeling review on the Room Tone podcast.
And they paid me to say that. I told them
I
This
told them it
wasn't-
was bad marketing.
this wasn't going to work.
They didn't pay me shit. That was their first problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so Reese's Puffs.
And Golden Puffs.
Mm.
I've got Puffs. Also known as Honey Smacks.
Does it smack?
It's which I say, I do declare it smacks.
Huh.
Does it taste like honeycomb?
Honeycomb. No, I mean it basically just tastes like sugar.
Not like actual. Hold on, Swain. I don't actually mean like honeycomb, like a honey's.
Oh, like honeycomb the cereal?
Yes. Oh my god.
I actually have rarely eaten honeycombs.
Holy shit. That hurt.
Well, honeycomb is also like a confectionery,
Yeah, it is.
I just loved that you went mostly like sugar.
which I guess honey is.
That is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. It's bee butt sugar.
It tastes a little like bee butt sugar. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a little bit caramelized, I suppose.
that. Okay. So which one would you consider the bad cereal? Like.
Which one's your naughty one?
Yeah.
When I'm feeling naughty, dude, I think Matt. I think Matt. Would you let me speak, woman?
When I'm feeling naughty, I think Maddie.
There was more to that
I'm
sentence.
sorry. Go ahead. It was just...
I think Maddie said it best. My naughty cereal is my favorite cereal. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What are your favorite cereals?
Rice Krispies, Snap Crackle Pop.
Comes with the tagline.
Comes with a tagline.
Yeah, built right in.
And it has 3 textures in one.
Oh, do tell. What are the 3?
The snap, the crackle, and the
Well,
pop.
Fair.
Yeah, what
Okay,
does Puffs
wow.
have? Just one texture. Puff.
Just one texture, you puff.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Dude,
My
in
wife
the
just called
UK,
me a puff.
A puff is like a derogatory term for gay.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
for like a little Nancy boy.
A little, yeah, he's a little fuzzier on the edges.
That's
She called
cute.
you a puff.
Yeah, I think it's poof. Yeah, puff, poof.
Poof.
It's a European thing.
Fine, cut it out, I guess.
No,
No,
I
keep
like
it in.
it. I take it.
Dude, I want our European audience to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want him to be pissed.
We gotta start roping them fellas in. If I call myself a gentle indoor woman on a public platform, I better be expected to be called a poof once in a while.
That's fair. A poof.
I don't know if it's how it's pronounced.
Rice Krispies.
The Snap Crackle Pop.
Snap Crackle Pop. Cornflakes. Great on your bowl of cereal and great on your chicken. Why did you give me that look?
I was wondering what you were doing over there.
Holy shit.
It is. Have you ever had cornflakes as like as like a chicken tender?
Yes, I have.
It's-
yeah.
It is damn
It's
good.
dank ass, you hoes. What the hell? Why'd you both look at me so weird?
I think I just loved the way you said that.
Yeah. Ye doggy.
Out yo chicken. Let's go.
Well, it's very good. So cornflakes,
Yeah.
and they got a great crunch. And then for out of left field, we got Fruit Loops. Woo,
Okay, so
Rice Krispies are my naughty one.
Rice Krispies are your naughty?
Yeah.
She loves.
I can eat a lot of Rice Krispies.
Dude, but they're so plain.
No, they're not. They're
Fight,
like
fight,
they're
fight,
like
fight.
I don't know how to describe it.
Mhm.
They've got their own like perfect gentle flavor.
Maddie, how would you describe the flavor of Rice Krispies?
What did I just say, dipshit?
Austin, rebuttal. You say they're plain. Maddie says they have a soft, gentle flavor.
Oh.
Enjoyable.
If gentle is a good way of saying gentle with flavor, you're right. It is very gentle. It's very light on the flavor.
See, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
Austin says gentle is not enough. Maddie says that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I think that I think that the texture and like just the light, nice flavor is just very refreshing.
That's
it's
fair.
not like eating like a bowl of sugar, you know?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like refreshing.
Which I
feeling.
will say, I'm sorry I had to put you in the spot to make you
No,
defend
that's
your
okay.
cereal. You don't have to defend it. That's
No, I will.
I'm happy you like it.
I'll defend
I'm
it
happy you
until I
love it.
die.
Maddie, I'm happy you love your cereal. I'm so happy about that.
Maddie, I'm happy you love your
I'm
cereal.
so fucking happy.
What are your favorite cereals, Austin?
Oh, honey.
Hit us,
Like-
Holmes.
Wait, we only got two.
Back
we only got
up.
two. Rice Krispies and...
No, cornflakes and Fruit Loops.
Oh, cornflakes and Fruit Loops.
Yeah, good on your chicken.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. So I like to have a healthy heart. I like Honey Nut Cheerios. That is my shit.
Yeah. Do you like regular Cheerios?
I'll eat regular Cheerios, but not as much.
Do you think the bee is cute?
I do like the bee.
Are you interested in the bee sexually?
Sexually, no.
Let me inform you, he is of age. So all answers will be devoid of prejudice.
For sure. No.
Would you dip down that bee?
Okay, maybe not.
my
Would you?
dick will be the honey,
Would you?
the honey spoon or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get handled like his big old spoon?
Would you like him to drizzle you?
I'm gonna live healthy, motherfucker.
Yeah. My heart is so healthy.
While my cholesterol goes down, my stinger goes up.
Oh, God.
Ye doggy.
Oh boy.
So Honey Nut Cheerios.
Moving on.
So Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm a fan of the Frosted Flakes. I do like
Interesting.
Frosted Flakes.
Are you afraid that they get too soggy?
No. If you think about it, they're similar to cornflakes, except
Mhm.
they're frosted.
Mhm.
This is true.
Dude,
So-
yeah, because I like regular Cheerios and I
Mhm.
like cornflakes. So it's like I like the not sugary versions of the stuff that you
And I'm all
like.
about it. I'm all
Yeah.
about that sugar.
I'm all about sugar.
I fucking cut it up and snort it.
Oh, yes.
And
God,
then my
yes.
bad cereal, my real bad cereal is Oreos.
Oh.
That's my naughty cereal.
I've never had those, but I really want to try them.
They're
bought
very
'em.
good.
Really?
Yeah. Maddie didn't like them.
Yeah, then I remember not liking
I think
them.
the sugar coating kind of put you off.
That's fair. It is a lot of sugar.
Yeah. I love like milky Oreo cookie crust so much that I wanted it to taste exactly like that, and it doesn't.
See, and here's where you differ from a majority of the Oreo audience. beside being a diehard member, you eat them differently than most people do.
Yeah, you already get pissed off.
Hot take.
This bitch throws away all of the innards of her Oreo cookies.
Maddie
What?
does not eat the frosting.
I do not eat the frosting of Oreo cookies. I would rather die.
I will say that is blasphemy.
But
But
I will start by saying that you're wrong.
I think legally,
But moving on.
if we're consulting the Vatican Church, you are committing sin.
That's
But
fair.
I don't consult the Vatican Church, and I respect how you eat your Oreo.
Thanks, man.
Although, again, blasphemy.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm used to that. No, I think it's funny.
Mhm.
But the best part is that I just take, now that I have him around.
Because
You're a cream goblin.
I'm a sugar fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like a creamy.
So I just I just throw him my cream like a dog and a frisbee.
That's right. I catch it too.
How do you scrape the cream? What do you do?
With a knife.
Or with the other half of the Oreo.
Or with the other half of
Sometimes
the
I just
Oreo.
lean down and I bulldoze it with my front two
Sometimes
teeth.
I just make him eat the half that gets the Oreo or
That's
that gets
fair.
the cream on
Yes.
it.
Yeah, sometimes we just split one cookie. You get the light side,
Yeah.
I get the sugary side.
I don't know why that reminds me of like Futurama when Fry was like building his own Oreo. And he had like one packet for like one cookie, another packet for the other cookie, and one packet for the cream. And he had like a device that like squished them together, and then like it would pop out the Oreo, and he'd grab it,
Tear it
untwist
apart.
it, like the
Oh
cream,
my
and throw away the
God.
cookie.
Throw away the
What an
ass.
See,
That's
I could be the
perfect.
trash can that he throws it into.
Just aw.
Give me the cookies.
I mean, that's basically me with your cream now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. And you with my crust.
Your crusts.
Mm.
And pause for room tone.
My name is Maddie,
Moving on.
and I got Arby's mozzarella sticks today, so I'm happy camper.
You are the Dairy Queen.
Yes, I am. I wish I liked Dairy Queen more, though. And I'm going to eat some popcorn tonight. Oh, it's going to be a salty day, bitches. And I had my famous concoction of cornflakes and Rice Krispies this morning for breakfast.
Ooh.
You combined.
Mm-hmm. That's the best way to do it.
You are a wild child.
I'm a
Maddie.
wild girl.
Today you were extra bad.
I was naughty today. I'm not going to lie.
Maddie broke bad for breakfast.
Yeah.
Cardboard with styrofoam.
Maddie broke bad for breakfast today. That's funny.
I'm Austin Swain, and that might be the funniest thing I say today.
That's so fair. That should be the name of this episode. Broke bad. Maddie broke bad.
Ooh.
Maddie broke bad. That's
Maddie
in.
broke back mountain.
Yeah, Maddie broke back mountain. Is that your actual intro?
I think so.
That's fair. That was funny.
Hi, my name is Austin Arpeza. My name's.
You sound sexy.
Thank you.
I was
You're
gonna.
like-
I was
You're
gonna
like,
say.
you sound nice in the headphones.
Austin, you brought the smolder today.
A wink.
Hi, my name is.
There it. Oh, turn it down.
Hi, my name is Austin Arpeza. I'm an amateur filmmaker, and I am currently watching What We Do in the Shadows. It's been a great series. At first, I didn't like it because I was a little turned off of the vampires initially because it felt like they were just doing a spin or a ripoff of What We Do in the Shadows original cast when it was the movie. But then I gave them a chance. I told them, hey, you may seem familiar, but I know you're a different entity. I know you're a different person. And I want to learn to love you in the best way that I can. And we got there.
Damn.
We got there.
That's very mature of you,
That's
Doug.
so
Yeah.
beautiful.
You found your little vampire family.
I found my little vampire family.
Yeah, that's nice.
What? Who is your? Do you have like a favorite character, or one that stands out from the cast of the show?
I have two favorite characters.
Okay, and bear in mind, I know none of them.
Okay.
I know Nadia. Is that her name?
Yep. Nadia.
I
Or
know her.
Nadja. Yeah.
Nadja.
Yeah.
So you'll have to paint me a full picture.
My first favorite character is Guillermo. He is the familiar to, I guess, all of the vampires.
Oh shit! What shape is he?
He's a human.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's a human familiar?
Yeah, he's a human familiar.
Shut the fuck
He
up.
brings them like virgins and stuff like that, and like cleans the bodies. He's like the housemaid or whatever.
Yeah, like a servant.
Yeah, and
Oh my god.
and like hopes to becoming a vampire himself.
Is he mortal?
He's mortal.
Holy shit.
He's
I
been
love
working.
it.
He's been working with them for 10 years,
I
and
love
like
it.
his whole bit is like, he's like, yeah, they're gonna make me a vampire soon, and everyone's just like, yeah, sure.
Or we'll just keep you as our slave forever.
Yeah.
Do you think they do that? They just cycle through gullible mortals?
They literally point that out on the show. A character showed up, and like Guillermo was like, "Oh, who are you?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm one of the vampires familiar. Like he's gonna turn me into a vampire soon."
Oh.
And he was like this old man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sad.
So yes, to answer your question,
Did he like send the old man on some like 10-year journey?
you have to watch it.
I guess I will.
Yeah.
Who's the other character?
The other character is Colin Robinson, which is very funny because when I first watched it, I stopped. Like I stopped after like half an episode because I wasn't a fan of Colin Robinson. Because in my mind, I was like, that's just ridiculous, which is really dumb to say in a show about these like monster creatures.
That's not believable.
Yeah, it's super stupid. But
All right.
once I got over that, he became my favorite character. He is an energy vampire. He drains the energy of people, and then like there's also like an emotional energy vampire who like specifically like will like say sob stories or like demand sympathy
Oh
from like everyone in the
man.
room,
Oh
and it
my
just
God.
drains them.
And just suck
Funny.
them of their
Yeah.
like spiritual vitality.
Yeah, and like an energy vampire can like drain the energy from an actual vampire. So like,
Funny.
and like no one in the house of like these roommates of vampires like him.
Oh, God. But he still lives there.
Yeah,
'cause he's a vampire.
Yeah, dude, he's just vibing. It's so fucking funny.
Damn, hell yeah.
We should watch it.
Yeah, it's
All right.
so good.
I'll give it a chance. So,
What are we doing here today?
what
guys?
are we doing here? God, I never thought I'd have a catchphrase, and it would
Yeah.
be one so
Welcome back,
It's
baby.
cute.
obscure.
Mhm.
All right, give it to us again. Let's hear the classy.
So, what are we doing here?
There it is. Ooh,
Ooh.
that was worth a $5 ticket, baby.
Oh yeah.
Put the audience applause behind that. Hey.
So we are just three friends who are making a film, and we do not have a title for our film yet, which I just realized, which is kind of funny.
I have a title suggestion.
Really?
Just desserts.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, I'm playing.
Oh. I was like, that stinks.
That can't be taken.
Yeah. So it's basically about a long lost or detached son of a family who comes home for family dinner one evening or one afternoon with the hopes of reconciling with the family and finds out that his dad died and no one told him. So he actually shows up for the funeral of his father, and basically everyone in his family is just super weird. So it's just the movie of what happens when super weird people do a super weird thing.
Yeah. Let's take a rundown. So we got David, who's the long lost son,
Mm-hmm.
who's bringing home his new girlfriend Zoe,
Mm-hmm.
just this happy-go-lucky lady who's not ready for what she's in for.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
But it's trying to be there for emotional support.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then we have the older brother, Donnie. He is our himbo. Get prepared for us to say that a lot because that's the best description we have.
Just
Yeah.
a big dumb boy trying to do his best.
He
Yeah.
really is. Wants to be the patriarchy of the family, and wants to be seen as such.
And then we have his wife, Nicole, who incidentally is the one who killed the father of the family in an attempt to kill her husband. She's definitely just off her rocker. And she's going to seek solace in Zoe, who's our little unsuspecting victim.
Uh-huh. And Donnie and Nicole have just this punky little, just this pathetic
Pathetic sack of shit.
pathetic pile of sun known as Johnny.
Johnny Knoxville Brinkman.
Johnny Knoxville Brinkman.
Shout out.
That's an Easter egg for podcast listeners.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And for
Who's
anyone who really likes Johnny Knoxville.
just
That's
a high schooler who doesn't live up to his dad's expectations and is just kind of a little fucking weirdo.
And he's going to have some interesting things happen to him throughout the course of the film.
Mhm.
Like we just discussed, he's going to get high.
And speaking of getting high, let's talk about Lonnie. Lonnie is the youngest sister in the Brinkman household. Kind of aloof, kind of a bad girl-esque.
Yeah. She's got a hard exterior, but a heart of gold.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have the mother of the family, the widow, Carol, who is just a bitch and just unpleasant. So she's just going to kind of weigh down the family for this. And she's also going to divulge some interesting revelations at our family dinner that might change how the children feel.
Dum, dum. And then we have the dearly departed father, the tire king himself. Ronnie is dead. And yes, we did name them Ronnie, Donnie, Lonnie, and Johnny.
Mm-hmm. God bless.
And we did name him David.
Because
Yes.
no one likes David.
Yeah. So that's our cast. That's our ensemble. Those are the characters in our little play.
Yeah.
So the story is pretty much about our group of family members coming together during a death in the family. And we slowly realize that their tradition of burying said dead is a little different from ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad doesn't get buried by the church.
Mhm.
He gets brought home for one final meal with the fam. So he's still going to be around for this party.
Oh, yeah.
So today we're going to talk about the situation that follows Lonnie and Johnny getting stoned in the garage. We're going to move on to David and Carol, who are just going to have a kind of solemn, quiet battle between the two of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
David joins his mom out on the porch for a little smoke, little cigarette session, and
A little break from the chaos of inside.
yup, and just try to rekindle
Mm-hmm.
and or try
Yeah.
is the word.
Yeah, so what's like the first thing you guys see happening?
Which I guess, like, I would talk about that. Is he trying to rekindle, or did he just go out there for space and just so happen to see Carol?
I guess I feel like he probably wasn't looking for her,
Yeah.
but was okay with seeing her because he realized he could probably get the most information out of her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I could see
True.
that.
So,
So he might pry her for a little more information.
Mhm.
right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because he just got out of talking to Donnie and Donnie not telling him anything about how his dad died.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
very true. I think that'd be a very good route to go.
So what kind of information do we think that Carol would be dispersing? What would she be ready for?
Well, I guess like we should ask right now, what information does David want?
Right.
Okay.
Like what's his motivation right now? Since he's the
Yeah.
one approaching Carol.
Yeah, she's going to be a hard nut to crack.
Mm-hmm.
He probably wants to know when he died.
Yeah, I can see that. When he died, how he died.
I mean, I think that's probably the main things.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
feels right.
There's nothing that he
How she's
wanted
doing?
to. He doesn't care about that, does he?
I think he does in like polite conversation wise.
Right. He'd probably ask even if he doesn't care.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. I imagine that conversation just being like almost kind of awkward. You know.
That's probably like the first thing he says.
Yeah, like
And
very,
then she doesn't respond.
yeah, like that's very like deliberate, like
Yeah.
by the book, like, okay, here's what I ask now. It's like it's very rehearsed. So how are you feeling?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm okay.
Can I argue that like he's coming out of the conversation kind of heated
Mhm.
because he didn't get any answers? I would almost think that he would come at his mom at like an aggressive way
Mhm.
Sure.
at first, like saying like, "What happened? What happened to Dad?" You know, like whatever. Like asking these questions and seeing like her calm demeanor and like not budging,
Yeah.
like is almost kind of his like remembrance of like the past. Like, oh, like it's not gonna happen. Like I'm not gonna get this information no matter how much I yell.
yeah.
Right.
She's stone cold.
Yeah, that, or she can even like give him like a command, like sit down,
Yeah.
like just like
something simple, something that kind of like reverts him back into that childlike.
Right.
Oh, I
You know.
totally
yeah,
see
that'd be
that.
interesting.
Yeah,
And then we
And-
kick into that just like,
awkward silence, and then it's,
yeah.
so how have you been?
Yeah.
You doing
Interesting.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's not asking her because he genuinely cares. He's asking her because he needs to fill that void, that silence, because
Yep.
that silence is so uncomfortable for
Yep.
him.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that is kind of broken and he gets a little bit more comfortable, that's when
Mhm.
he starts kind of digging like soul, like asking the questions that he actually wants to know.
Yeah,
So what is he yelling at her? Like
When
what?
he first starts out.
Yeah.
I think just something simple is like, what the fuck? Like, it feels entitled to like know when his father died, how his father
Right.
died, or whatever, and is insulted.
Yeah.
So I would say he kind of comes straight off the bat like, what happened? Like,
Right.
what?
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then she doesn't respond.
yeah.
So what's the next thing he asks?
I can see it going from just casual banter to trying to take another crack at it, try to come at it at another approach. David is
hmm
more so telling his feelings rather than like demanding her to tell him,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
you know?
Yeah. Totally true.
So just like he can sit down and be like, you know, I feel lost, like all of a sudden, like I don't know how to feel, like what, you know, whatever, you know, just something like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Talking more emotional rather than demanding.
Right.
Well, not to mention too, I kind of see, you know, we have to remember that this conversation is also then like intercut and happening simultaneously with like Nicole cornering Zoe in the garage with like bizarre insights into her psyche. And
Right, which is why, like, I'm trying to figure out if the timing would work out where it's, like, funny to have him, like, screaming at her and her not responding, or if it's just, like, way off-putting for the audience that early on in the movie.
Well, yeah, I agree with what Austin said as far as like that's how it would start. Like that would be the initial. And it kind of makes sense. Like he's coming from inside the house where it's already like chaotic.
Mhm.
He's coming from where those other
Yeah.
scenes are. So I see that as like a really good kind of gradient into this energy.
No, and I mean, like, I agree. I think that he should come out aggressive. I'm just asking, what does that entail of him being aggressive to her?
Yeah.
And how does it shift?
Can I tell you what I see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of going along that line of like being edited with all these other things. Like I think it allows us several ways to make punchlines.
Mhm.
And so I could see it kind of, he comes out, you know, whatever it is he says, like, don't you think I had a right? Like, what is the hell is even happening? You know, whatever he says. And, you know, he comes out fiery, comes out hot, and is greeted by just like that ice wall of his mother who gives him some short command. He sits down, silence, which is then filled by him like shuffling for a cigarette, lighting it, smoking it, and then you just sit on that like long shot of him and Carol saying nothing.
Mhm.
Sit. And then cut to like some crazy smash cut with Zoe and Nicole just to like, and we're
Yeah.
back.
Mm-hmm.
And then like later you can come back and they're still fucking sitting there smoking their cigarette. And he finally asks her a question.
Yeah,
So you okay? Or
Mm-hmm.
I get that. So it's
Right,
all,
so it's like he yells at her once and she's like, shut up, and then he just sits.
that's how I see it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I didn't know he was that whipped, but we can.
I think
I think it's more
Maybe.
so like just like childhood like regression.
yeah,
And,
or I
like-
liked what you said too. Like he came out hot and heavy, and then was kind of greeted like maybe it's even like that fresh air and like being with his mom, and he's like, okay, check yourself, David. Like
Yeah.
let's just be a fucking guy.
Yeah,
I see
he's
that.
hard as a rock.
Yeah. So what happens next?
So I think with like this conversation, I feel like it'd be really fun if we can make the questions very intentional to like his character. Maybe instead of okay, so maybe instead of him like asking how she is, maybe he can just start talking about himself. And maybe that's how we go into the transition of like him talking about himself to like him talking about dad and talking about, oh man, I just wish I had more time, you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like Carol just like listening and like David is like trying to like hook her
Sure.
to like oh hey, like let's have like a banter, let's have like a deep conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And like nothing grabs, and like and I could see his like tone of voice or like his encouragement to talk gradually going down as like each hook misses.
Yeah,
You know?
just slowly losing
Yeah.
traction.
Losing traction, losing honestly like kind of a need to talk,
Yeah,
you know?
Mhm.
like, and he keeps like having to fill that silence.
Yeah. And you know what? As like even like a little bonus for like David, maybe that's like what he does in conversation. And like in general, like he kind of starts talking about himself rather than like asking how
He is
everyone
very
is.
narcissistic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can totally see that.
Like maybe when we go back to like David and Donnie's conversation, we can kind of refine that where like David again is just like worried about himself, worried about his feelings, but isn't taking consideration.
Yeah,
of,
I
like,
mean, he's
everyone
saying,
else.
"Why didn't you tell me about Dad?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always what it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
So,
Wow.
the artistic
Cinema.
the artistic process is really coming out, guys.
Yeah, it's really I'm artsy.
That's a douche jar.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Oh, David, we're really seeing another
Yeah,
side of
but
you.
like, so they don't have a resolution, right?
I think the resolution comes towards the dinner scene. I think that's
Right.
everyone's resolution for Carol. It's just like, okay, we see why she was kind of shitty. I feel like Ronnie may have made her a little bit shitty as well. I like to think of Ronnie as like this amplifier for negative energy, and like he puts it on everyone.
Mhm.
You know, he just radiates it.
But he's the worst kind because he makes you think that it's positive energy.
Yeah.
It's with love.
Yeah.
It's, oh, we're going out for a real good day of you watching me drink and smoke.
Negative energy and charm.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's why he's the Tire King, baby.
Yeah. Sell you any greasy set of tires you lay your eyes on.
You want me to spit on them for you, ma'am?
I already did. Get the fuck out of here.
But like, I can't imagine this scene having Carol talk much at all.
I think the only thing that we've said that she kind of would say is like a little bit of kind of doubling back and like pointing something out about Ronnie like that. We're like, yeah, like he kind of wasn't all that.
So what could he ask that would prompt her to say that hint? And what do we want the hint to be? I'm just trying to keep us on track.
Yeah, totally.
No, I get you. I feel like him saying something like, oh God, now I can't tell Dad about so-and-so, you know, something or something. Again, like talk about Zoe or talk about like a new job that he just applied for or this and that. And like, oh, she could say something like he wouldn't have cared. And like it kind of sounds like she's being like mean to him, but like in reality, like, no, he really wouldn't have cared.
Right.
Yeah. We can like hear him like verbally say like, oh, don't be such a dick. Like don't use Dad's like as an excuse or whatever. I don't know. Or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Don't use Dad's words like that just to like put me down or something.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't have to be that extreme. Maybe that's not our dialogue. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I think
That
something
energy.
like that.
Yeah, totally. I feel like we could even fit like that line of dialogue into just like a reaction shot of his face.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gives her this little like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Kind of
I
a
agree.
look.
I agree.
That's patented. The fuck look.
Yeah.
Stamp it. Let's talk about the fun part of the scene.
Mhm.
Because since the beginning, we've been talking about what's the story within a story? What's happening in the background? And I know we've talked about in the past of this scene, while David and Carol are having their big heart-to-heart on the porch, in the background is Donnie lugging dead Dad's body through the front yard.
Yes.
So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, so while Carol and David are talking, Donnie will be lugging
a body through the front yard.
the front yard.
Well said. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just as like in the background, I don't think it needs to be a huge deal.
Well,
No,
so
I
where are the
agree.
jokes? What's funny? I mean, so what about this?
I imagine cutting to like a wide of like the house
Mm-hmm.
in the front, and then like cutting to medium when we're going back to Carol and David.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, we have them talking in that medium, and then we cut to the wide, and we see just like the quietness, and like from the side we just see like
Slowly through
Yeah.
the bushes.
yeah, just like literally just like Donnie like
pulling something back, and it's like not obvious what it is.
right.
I feel like, you know, I'm not married to this idea. It's my greatest reference is like a rug being like pulled
Yeah,
Right.
back.
totally.
Again, just that's how I see it in my head. I'm not saying we have to use a rug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I totally see that.
It'd be fun to do it on like a super wide and have it just like everybody's really little and you
Yeah.
just like see him in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would.
I think that'd be really fun.
I feel like it'd be really fun to mix in like timing jokes with the dialogue. So like David and Carol are having a conversation looking at each other and Carol taking none of these dialogue lines as quotes, but like Carol says something like, "What? Everyone in this family is completely normal." And like just at that moment, Donnie like falls over backwards while carrying the body, like, whoop, oh, like you get a sound effect and like an action that disproves whatever the fuck they just said.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Or like, what happened to Dad? Like, what happened what happened on that day? And she goes, "Oh, he just fell face down." And like at that moment, Donnie drops the body on accident.
See, but doesn't that make it too obvious that it's the body?
But it could be really subtly. Like you could just see him like in the background kind of pulling this thing.
Mhm.
And like as she says, "Oh, his head just fell and hit the dirt." Or
Like in
hit-
the background,
Yeah.
it does that,
In the-
not
yeah,
like
like-
in a different cut.
Yes, way in the background. You
Yeah.
just hear like the poof, oh.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay, I can be down for that.
Something to
Yeah,
play
that's
with.
fair.
Yeah, I think that'd be funny too if like when we see the body, there's like a little bit of dirt on the
Right.
like,
Yeah.
shoulder. And you see like just Donnie like wiping it off.
Don't mind that.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Yeah, just those little details I think will be fun to kind of iron out too.
I think so too. I think it'll also be fun if we gave like our actors the opportunity to improv.
100%.
Yeah, and like I'm curious to see like what they would do,
Mm-hmm.
you know, within that scene.
Yeah. I mean, how many like iconic lines in modern day Hollywood and like iconic Hollywood are lines that were improv by the actors
Multiple.
just on the day? I mean, so many.
Oh god, yeah.
I think you have to be ready to just kind of let them run and like see what happens as the day.
I agree.
It's kind of interesting, like watching things with subtitles, and like you assume the subtitles was written based on the screenplay, and then there'll be like subtle variations in the way that the actor says the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always think that's interesting. If they do the subtitles based on the script or based on what they say.
Yeah, because sometimes it'll be like
They say it just in a different, like slightly different way. It means the exact same thing, but they just like omit a word.
Yeah, like maybe that's just how they memorized it, or like how they decided the emotion would flow
The
better that
cadence
day.
worked
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
And just like those little rewrites are just kind of fun to catch.
Mhm.
I agree.
Next episode or next week, we won't be on the air, but we will be working on the script and we will be writing down the things that we discussed here and making them into a readable script format. And then we will be talking to you guys about our movie review.
That's right. Yeah. So, like we announced on last week's episode, next week we will be doing kind of a shorter mini episode where we do a movie review of one of our favorite movies, and we just kind of talk it through.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to announce what movie we're reviewing next week?
No, let's have it be a secret.
So join us next week for a movie review, and I am excited about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
We're going to start off our room tone rating system.
What's the tone?
What's the tone? Hold on, let's pause and hear it.
Pause for room tone.